What's up, guys? Sorry I haven't been uploading for a while. All I can say is Breath of the Wild. It's just so engaging. I had a dream last night. It was a pretty cool dream. And this dream was about CW's The Flash. Great show. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you watch it. I think up to season 2 is on Netflix. Definitely give that a watch. It's a good show. This dream was a little buddy episode between HR and Cisco. Without spoiling season 3, they run into a mystical artifact, and Cisco was wondering if there were any other mystical artifacts like that. So he did his research, and it turns out that the sword was antique, but had special powers. He went to the antique shop, bought the sword, and studied it in Star Labs. Any of the equipment he used just said it was a normal sword, but he could feel some sort of power coming from it. So he picks it up, gives it a few swings. The sword's not too heavy, it's not too light, not flimsy or anything. So he thrusts forward 3 times, and on the third thrust, he actually flew. He realized that wherever he pointed the sword is wherever he would fly. So he's having fun flying with the sword in his downtime, and HR is just wondering, why is Cisco so happy? You know what? I'm gonna follow him and see what he's doing. HR follows Cisco, and Cisco is just flying off in Central City. Just flying. And he came back later. And guess who was waiting for him? HR. HR was like, let me see that sword. And Cisco said, no, get your own. He goes to the same shop. He finds a sword similar to that. This one felt different. This one didn't make him fly. He just felt lighter. And with some sword swings, he can make stuff heavier or lighter. See, the sword's power was the power to manipulate gravity, while Cisco's sword, its power had the power to manipulate air, so he could fly. They're both having fun. They're all buddy-buddy now, because they now both have something in common, something fun to do. After they let go of the swords, they heard voices inside of their head telling them to fight. Well, turns out the swords were cursed. They used to belong to ancient warriors. And eventually they started fighting, like full-on ham fighting, trying to kill each other. So Barry noticed that, stopped him, and he asked about the swords, and, well, the swords were cursed. Cisco and HR just said it just felt so great to free float and fly like that. Somehow, Caitlin and Barry made an artificial gravity room a few miles outside of Central City. They gave up the swords and everything, and the dream almost ended when HR and Cisco were playing basketball and volleyball and other sports inside that almost no gravity room. Jump cut to the swords saying, this battle's not over.